Hey Fit Family, Angela here. I wanted to give you an update on my 7 pounds in 7 days challenge to let you know what the final outcome was. Did I lose 7 pounds in 7 days? Lessons that I learned from all of that and next steps. So let's start off with, did I lose 7 pounds in 7 days? Before I tell you, let me give you a recap of everything that I learned, okay? Let's start there. I'm going to start off with 7 tips of things that I learned along this journey, which I think are very, very important. Number 1, detox. I should have started a detox before I began my 7 days and 7 pound challenge. Detox is important for me because it really took me about 3 days to have my body start adjusting to some of the things that I was doing. So before you start any challenge, I would strongly encourage you to do at least a 3-day detox. That detox should be inclusive of getting rid of stuff. I think I talked about that on one of the days about a pantry purge. Getting rid of everything that you have in your pantry that you need, that you feel you possibly going to be tempted with, and just cleaning your body out. Cleaning your body out in terms of things that you're normally eating, temptations that you're going to have. Part of my detox was getting myself off of this sugar, because I was eating a lot of candy and ice cream. I really, really was. So I had to completely detox my body from those cravings. So things that you're craving that are not necessarily healthy, start off with a 3-day detox before you begin any challenge. That's number 1. Number 2, as I mentioned before, plan your meals. If you live in the Greenwood area, we have meal prep through Affordable Fresh Clean Cuisine. And because I specifically make sure with all of those meals that you're going to get a high amount of protein, you're going to get your complex carbs that I talked about earlier in the video, to make sure that you get carbs that are not going to raise your blood sugar level, that your body can use and to sustain you throughout the day. I'm also going to make sure that you get a low amount of fats, and also with those fats that they're healthy fats. If you don't know how to plan your macros or plan your meals, then you really should invest in a meal prep program, because they're going to take all the guesswork out of it for you. So planning the meals for me was very, very important. In the midst of me planning my meals, I also had to realize that as my body was changing and as my metabolism was changing, I also had to change my meals. So that made a big difference too. Your body will adjust whatever that you do. So be it good or bad, it's going to adjust. So I realized probably about day 4, day 5, I had to change my meals again to up my protein, and I switched my carbs a little bit more. So meal prep was definitely key and essential for my overall goals. Okay. Number 3, planning and scheduling my workouts. That was key for me. I was doing 2 a day. So in the midst of me doing the 2-a-day workouts, it was really important for me to schedule it. If you have a doctor's appointment, you schedule an appointment. They usually call you and remind you about those appointments. You book it. You put it on your calendar. Same thing where you have stuff for your job. Why don't we do the same thing for our own personal health and well-being? I plan my workouts. I schedule them. I plan them. I put them on my calendar. Through the Total Body Fitness app, you're able to schedule your workouts. And then every day I would get a reminder, you have 10 activities that you haven't completed. Each exercise was considered an activity. So if I had a workout that consisted of 3 supersets, and each superset consisted of about 3 different exercises, then it would say you have 9 activities that you haven't completed for the day. That was my reminder to make sure that I did it. Schedule your workouts, plan your workouts. Make it a priority for yourself. If you don't, you can't blame anybody when you're not getting results. You know, it's nobody's responsibility to push you than yourself. At some point, you have to acknowledge if you're not where you want to be, you have to acknowledge if you are the problem, okay? It's hard for trainers to have that burden. It really is. Now, I love training my clients, but it is draining when I feel like, okay, I got to call you, I got to remind you, I got to do all this other stuff. And I don't mind to a certain extent, but at some point it's kind of like, okay, you got to meet me halfway with this. So that was key for me because I got lazy. I got very, very lazy. So scheduling my workouts, planning my workouts, and making sure I stayed consistent with it was also very important for me to do. Number 4, supplements. Supplements are key. They are crucial. You can lose weight without supplements, but as I indicated before, when I hit menopause, my body just said, what the hell? It just stopped. My metabolism stopped. The hot flashes came on. I mean, it was just so much stuff dealing with menopause and weight loss. There are just no words to describe it. So for me, supplements help. It was a way for me to jumpstart things that just were not moving anymore. And it also helped me to stay focused. The supplements that I use consist of fat burners and also thermogenics. And as I mentioned before, I use appetite suppressants. I use appetite suppressant supplements and thermogenics because I consistently eat. So I wasn't doing it to keep me from overeating, even though it did curb my craving for some of the sweets. I did it because I wanted to stay on point. And I always eat 3 to 4 meals a day. So that's always been consistent for me. Planning my meals and doing the supplements to kind of help reinforce the weight loss, the fat burn, the muscle building. Second note, supplements will not help you build muscle. If you see anybody that says that, it's a lie. Supplements do not build muscle. Supplements help support metabolism and to give you energy, among other things. But supplements do not help you build muscle. I have to throw that in there, okay? Okay, so let's go to the next one. Next is rest. Rest is key. If you do not allow your muscles time to rest, restore, and repair, you're not going to get results. They have to rest. I did an active rest. I was doing 2-a-days, but I did an active rest. My active rest was steady state cardio, or that's when I did yoga, or I did stretching. But it was an active rest. But your body does need to rest. So that's number 5, making sure you find time to rest. And that was part of my planning strategy too. I planned my rest days. So you want to make sure that you rest, and then that goes along with number 6, foam rolling and stretching. You want to rest, but you also want to make sure that you're doing foam rolling and stretching. That helped. So my knee pain and knee injuries that I had, it was key for me because when I'm working out consistently, my knee started bothering me. I started having other injuries. So not injuries, but other pain. So that's where the foam rolling really helped. It really, really did help me, and the stretching to make sure that I did that. So that was number 6, 5 and 6, rest and stretching. Number 7, regroup. Regroup and reevaluate. About day 4 or 5, that's when I realized I had to change my meal plan. I also modified my workouts just a little bit more. I upped the intensity or upped the level of foam rolling and stretching that I did because my body felt a little bit fatigued. Fitness is not one size fits all. You have to keep regrouping. That right there is also the benefit of working with a trainer because the trainer is always going to be looking at stuff and they're going to do the regrouping for you based upon your communication with them. But for me, regrouping was doing my own personal analysis, looking at how my workouts were going, how I felt my body was coming in, and then just kind of looking at my week, the next couple of days that I had planned, and looking, okay, do I need to keep my schedule the way that it is? Do I need to do more AM versus PM? All of that plays a key part. So regroup is the last part. So now, time for the reveal, the outcome. All right, so did I lose 7 pounds in 7 days? No, I did not. But the results that I got were even better, even better. So realistically, losing 7 pounds in 7 days is not healthy, in my opinion. For females, anywhere between 3 to 4 pounds, maybe 5 in a 7-day period is good. Guys, anywhere between maybe 5 to 8, give or take, is good too. So you want to lose it slowly, just because it's healthy. When you start losing a lot of weight really, really fast, you run the risk of gaining it back as soon as you undo it. So I didn't want to work that hard and then end up gaining it all back. So once again, I'm actually taking it to a total of 10 days because remember I said my detox was about 3 days, which really helped get my body in position to start dropping and losing weight, and I started seeing changes. So the final outcome of my 7 days and 7 pounds was a mixture of a couple of things. I lost a total of 4 pounds. I also gained 2 pounds of muscle. So I am very happy with that. It is not easy to build muscle. It is not easy to build muscle. So when I looked at what my workouts were, I did a lot of compound movements. Everything that I did was compound movements, so you're going to burn a lot of calories. And my workouts consisted of some days it was really, really high reps. Some days it was low with the high intensity training. I literally kept changing my workouts based upon how my body was, how it was feeling, how it was looking. So to lose 4 pounds and to gain 2 pounds of muscle in 7 days, I'm very, very happy. Was that easy to do? No, I'm not going to lie and say that it was. I worked my tail off for these past 7 days. Is the average person going to do that? Maybe, maybe not. It depends on how bad you wanted it. I wanted it, so I put the work in. In addition, I dropped 3% of my body fat. I have a machine where I monitor my body age and my visceral fat as well. So my body age actually went down 1 year younger, and that's always been my goal, to make sure that my body age is either equal to my physical age or younger. I never want, when my body age starts getting older than I am, I got a problem, because that's never been the case for me. So I actually improved 1 year in my body age, but most importantly, I actually dropped another part of my visceral fat, which is very important for me. So you have 2 types of fat. You have the subcutaneous, which is right here on your surface that you can pinch and see, and then you have the visceral fat, which is below the skin. That is more important to me because the visceral fat is the fat that's around your heart, your kidneys, and your liver. You do not want fat blocking all of your major organs. When you have a lot of fat blocking your major organs, that visceral fat, that can lead to high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I've never had any problems with any of those things, and I never want to. So that's why I keep an eye on my visceral fat. It is not easy to get that number to move. What controls your visceral fat and also your body age are stress, sleep, diet, and exercise. So I needed to make sure I got the rest, I increased my workouts, I minimized my level of stress and cut back off of stuff. And then I monitored what I was eating. Stress, sleep, diet, and exercise. Combining all 4 of those with my workout and my plan helped me get my body fat percentage down, but most importantly, my visceral fat drop 1 point. I was already in a healthy range, but I'm getting even lower and lower with that. So all of those are very, very key. So next steps for me, I'm going to keep tweaking the workouts just a little bit more, and I've started to design them and upload them to the Total Body Fitness app. And what I'm looking to do is probably do like a mini boot camp and open it up and share it with all of you, because I know some of you are kind of like me. The pandemic, you gained some pandemic pounds, and you just kind of maybe need to just shock your body, and you don't really know what to do or how to do it. So this formula worked for me. Will it work for you? Maybe, maybe not. But if nothing else, you get a chance to kind of tweak something, try something else, and look at all of it. So in a nutshell, yes, happy, happy, happy. Yes, I am very, very happy with the outcome, and I am going to keep going, and I will continue to keep you posted on next steps in the workouts that we have planned. But thank you so much for your motivation and your encouragement during this challenge. Now